Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Rubu Gyro from Ultraman Rubu. So, I didn't know what to call this series. Obviously you can see down here in the corner it's written as Ultraman R/B, but then you can see the katakana above the B says Rubu. So, I guess that's what it's going to be. Because technically what the deal is, it's two brothers. We have Ultraman Rosso and Ultraman Blue. So red and blue. So I think it's like the R/B, red, blue, Rubu. I don't know. In any case, I'm just going to call it Rubu. I've decided that's what I'm going to call it from now on for the reviews going forward. And I'll probably write it as R/B. So there it is. In any case, here's the DX Rubu Gyro. And it comes here with the Ultraman Taro and Ultraman Ginga crystals, which is very cool. This is what they use to transform. Rosso uses Taro and Blue uses Ginga, but of course they can swap. We'll get into that. Taking a look at the top, here's what I'm talking about. You can see that Rosso can use both, Blue can use both, but this is kind of their primary default, I guess, for lack of a better term. There's a really cool shot there on the top, though. Not too much going on the bottom. Over on this side, nice picture of Rosso. Over on this side, nice picture of Blue. And then, of course, on the back, it shows you how you can use the crystals and everything, which, of course, we will take a look at. And then there are other crystals to be collected, which, of course, we'll see in future videos. And it does take 3 AAA batteries. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box so we can take a closer look. So here is everything you get in the box. Obviously, you get the gyro itself, and then you get the 2 crystals that we talked about. So first up, we have the Ultraman Ginga crystal. Pretty cool. You can see that they're actually pretty fat. You can see that the picture inside is fairly recessed down in there. And then this is open in the back because light can shine through that symbol, which I think is really cool. So if you come around to the back, you have these 3 pieces, and they're kind of spring-loaded, as you can see. But they have these little clips. So all you have to do is kind of get it past the clip, and then they'll flip out. So then you can have all 3, but primarily if it's going to be Blue using it, you'll fold these 2 back and have just the middle one. And then if it's going to be Rosso, you're going to have these 2 sticking out. And we'll get into more about how they work in a little bit. But so that is the Ginga crystal. Here is the Taro crystal. And this is the flame power. You can see the kanji for fire. And this is the kanji for water down here. And again, you just have these things in the back that flip up. I would assume every crystal is going to be the same in that department when it comes to these 3 things on the back. But pretty cool. I like them. I think they're fun. They're something new. I like that we're not doing fusions. It's kind of a new idea where 2 different Ultramen can use 1 power instead of 1 Ultraman using 2 Ultraman's power fused together. So kind of a reversal of how that usually works, which is kind of a neat twist. So I'm going to put these off to the side for the moment. We'll get back to them in a minute. Here is the gyro itself. And you can see it has these 2 handles that you pull apart. I think any Transformer fan will think of the Matrix of Leadership when they see this. It's the first thing I thought of. You know, I just want to grab it and say, light our darkest hour, and pull them apart. But yeah, so it's a really cool little thing. I like it a lot. It's definitely new for as far as transformation devices go. We don't have to scan anything. We're not using cards that we have to insert. It's very kind of basic. You plug the crystal in, and then you pull these apart to activate it. So it does take 3 AAA batteries. They go in this compartment right here. And here is the on and off switch. Here is your speaker. So I will go ahead and turn this on. So you can see that is the primary light right there in the middle. And it's kind of neat how even with no crystal attached, you can kind of see the outline of an Ultraman with his hands on his hips, which is kind of cool. So what I was saying before about how these work, this button right here is what opens up these black panels, which we'll see in a minute. And then this is the pin system, 3 on each side. So if you take a look at these crystals, you can see that there's pins right here on the side. So that one has 3 and this one has 2 and nothing on the other side. So from what I can tell, if you were to close up all 3 of these, and plug this in, you would get the rosso sound. Because basically how it works is you can see that there's a tiny little peg right here on the back of that middle peg, or flap, or whatever you want to call it, right there. And that is what plugs into this black piece here. So if this is down and that is being pushed in, you're going to get rosso. If it's up and it's not pressing that in, you're going to get blue. So it doesn't matter. You could have just this one up, or you could have all three up, and you're going to get blue. You could have this one down, or all of them down, and you would get rosso. Really, you could even have just one up, and you'd get rosso. As long as this piece in the middle is down, you're going to get rosso. If it's up, no matter what the two side ones are doing, you're going to get blue. So that's kind of how it works. So let's go ahead, and first we'll do it how we're supposed to do it. And we'll do Taro turning into rosso. I'm going to zoom out here actually so you can see this. So you can see these black panels popped open, and now we pull this once. And again. And one more time. So like I said, you can see that the kanji for flame really lights up nicely, as well as the spiraling light effect you get around the sides. Very trippy. I like it a lot. Very fun. Now, you have to do it 3 times, but you kind of have to wait until the first one goes through before you do the second, and same for the third. If you did all 3 real quick in succession, it might not pick them all up. So if you do it again, you'll get an attack sound. So there you go, you get the attack sound there. So now if I take this off, and we plug these 2 down and pop out the middle one, which is hard to do one-handed apparently. I don't know, it just keeps making me think it's flipping the bird when I have just the one up. I don't know why. Anyone else getting that? No? Just me? So now you get Ultraman Blue Flame instead of Ultraman Rosso Flame. So there you go. So that's basically everything we can do with the flame one. Let's go ahead and bring in the Aqua one. And since Aqua is primarily Blue's default, we'll start with him. So there you go, you get Aqua Stream. So if we flip these around, and now we do Rosso. Now, did you see it was red on the bottom and blue on the top? You see it again there? So blue was blue on top and blue on bottom, but Rosso was red on bottom, blue on top. I'll have to go back and check. It might have been the opposite for red. We'll go back in a second. I like when you get the red and the blue mixed together because it makes purple and it's all very much more colorful when it's flying around. Alright, so let's see real quick. I'm thinking with Rosso it's going to be both red, but I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, so there it was all red. Alright, I'm going to take this off. And now I'm thinking it's going to be blue on the bottom, red on top. That's my guess. Ah. So, I'm wondering if with Rosso it's always red on the bottom and then whatever color corresponds to the crystal. And with blue it's always blue on the bottom and then whatever color corresponds to the crystal. That would make sense. We'll have to wait and see as we get more crystals. But that kind of seems to be the pattern so far. So, very cool. I think it's fun. I definitely like it a lot. Not a ton we can do with just these two crystals, but I definitely think it's neat because you can do a transformation for both different Ultraman with each crystal. So that's 4 transformations total so far, and each one has a special attack, which I think the special attacks might be the same. I have to go back and listen again. I apologize. But I think that's really cool. I think that's really awesome that you can get a transformation with each new crystal you get is going to be 2 new transformations with the Gyro. So, very, very cool. I like it a lot. Okay, so a couple of updates real quick. I went back and checked it out. You actually do get 2 different attack sounds. So, each crystal will give you a transformation for both Rosso and Blue, and also a different attack sound for each. So, that's really cool. That's even more playability and more sounds packed into this thing. So, that's really awesome. Also, I misspoke earlier when I said that you can't put the crystal in and then hit the thing 3 times in rapid succession. You can, but then you need to wait for the sounds and the lights to turn off before you can do the 3 again for the final attack. So I apologize for that. But all that said, this thing's a lot of fun. I really like this a lot. I always thought it was cool, but now having it in hand and getting to play with it in person, I love it even more. I think this thing is just a ton of fun. I love the design. I don't know if it's because it has that little bit of a, Autobot Matrix of Leadership feel to me, but I think the crystal gimmick is really cool. I think it's really neat how each crystal gives you a different transformation jingle. I mean, it's not so different, but it's a different, you get 2 transformations and 2 attack sounds per crystal, and that's awesome. I really like that a lot. So I'm really excited to kind of mass a collection of these crystals. I also like that it's not cards again. I'm really done with cards for a little bit. And the little, I guess they were called capsules, from Geed were also very cool. But you always had to have 2, and then you had to worry about making different combinations and things. This is just, you get a new crystal, you try it out, you get a bunch of new sounds from it, and then you wait for the next crystal. So I think this is a really nice kind of conglomeration, or just they took the best parts of the last couple lines and put them all together, and I think this whole series is going to be a lot of fun. I saw the last episode, or the first episode last night, is what I meant to say, on the official Ultraman YouTube channel on YouTube. So if you want to check it out there, they do have a subbed version up, so you can go find it. Just type in, like, RB, and it'll come up. Ultraman RB. But yeah, I watched it last night. It was a lot of fun. A lot of very funny moments. The 2 brothers play off each other. It's a lot of fun. The monsters look great. I like the designs of everything so far. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this season. And it's new, it's exciting, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.